So when it comes to angels and demons, people have a lot of their own perspectives of how to see these entities. Especially religious people, they tend to think angels and demons are actual spirits within vessels, a human vessel. And I guess that's not exception for animals, but they might tend to think a dog is possessed or something, but that's just the animalistic instincts. It's an animal, you know, animalistic traits. So this is where the saying of a human can teach a dog, but a dog cannot teach a human. But that um state of animalistic applies to humans as well, as humans need to be taught by higher spirits and parents type shit. So there is no such thing as a angel with wings or a demon, a red demon with horns with a pitchfork, based on religious point of view. So religious people tend to think that these are entities in a different dimension, I guess, that can inhabit uh, a human vessel based on spirits being aware and taking shape and form and possessing bodies and physical vessels. They're not wrong, but the way you're seeing it is completely distorted. Good and bad is how we define morality. These are words that we're trying to come up with and trying to understand certain characteristics, principles, virtues, and just morality. So we need to understand that these words that we're learning is only displaying and encapsulating energy frequency based on how we're seeing it within our society. And a lot of times most of the times humans are indoctrinated and they don't see past words. They think good means good and bad just means bad. But to tell you the truth, as a angel, as a higher spirit, these are just to define principles and morality and certain aspects of how we should conduct ourselves. So we're trying to build and connect and implement of how we should conduct ourselves as human species. And I agree with that. But also, there is a lot of misinterpretations and confusion when it comes to how morality should be, especially based on science and religion, because these things are very, very extremely limiting our morality and it's making us lazy. That's the main part. It's making us very lazy and demonic and narcissistic, because once we have that faith and belief of to manifest things within a corrupted system, then then these people become delusional and they think everything that they manifested within a corrupted system, which a system gave that to you, you had to work for it, but you are a slave within that system. And you sold your blood, sweat, and tears to get that desire met. And it's just a desire. A desire is something that will make you feel emotionally comfortable. So you fed into the system so you can have a piece of something to make you feel emotionally comfortable. So that's what you were externalizing. You were externalizing a possibility, a way of how to achieve your desire to feel emotional comfort. So this is where a lot of people get lost in their desires. They get lost in insecurities, of how people will see them if they try to branch out and think a different way when it comes to how to conduct yourself and not to be agreeable upon society standards and just systematic infrastructures and rules and obligations of how a system should conduct themselves. And people have different types of morality based on their viewpoints, which is causes confusion and dividedness. So to put it in totality, humanity's morality is just non-existent at this point. Is not existent. It's somewhere where it's not supposed to be at, based on how the system made them to be. So good and bad, or angels and demons, is based on morality and how we conduct ourselves and how we learn and how we know thyself. So when it comes to angels, a real angel is somebody who goes for knowledge, wisdom, and tries to see it from all perspectives and not in a selfish way, which is externalizing. Is Jupiterian energy, but I'm not gonna go deep into astrology. I'm gonna try to explain it in the best way I can, so people can understand. Angels are somebody who goes for knowledge and wisdom and tries to externalize all possibilities of themselves, and trying to better being in that selfless space, not too selfish. You still have to be selfish to conduct yourself and be healthy as a spirit, but you also have to be selfless to become an angel. So angels are somebody who brings in new information, new ways of perspectives and possibilities of how to conduct humanity in a more moral behavior. So as you can see, nobody in this reality has true knowledge, no spiritual knowledge. So nobody's really an angel, except for a few people like myself, who's trying to implement a moral system of spirituality that's trying to help people see through themselves and see, thyself, and learn about thyself and step out the third dimension, this physical reality. This is how people get lost. They only see the third dimension. So as a demon, if you're stuck in this third dimension, if you're stuck within the desires and you only see and you only feel what you want to desire, like you only externalize about desires and how it can emotionally comfort you, then that's what a demon is. That's how you got here in the first place, as a demon, as a human spirit. Your spirit was lost in a desire, and you became dense subconsciously, and this is how we're all here, even me. But everybody is different. Some of us are learning how to get out of here and not get lost in desires. But there's a lot of individuals in this reality that's lost in desires, and they're not willing to use their mind, aka their heavens, based on religious context, to get them out of that emotional space, learning how to use your mind over your emotions. Because when you're too much in your emotions and now you're utilizing your mind, you let your emotions rile you up and get chaotic. And we all know emotions can cause a lot of heinous things and things that you don't want, you never meant to say, based on, not being in that emotional comfort. But this is where all desires derive from, your emotions, because that's our soft spot. So we need to learn how to use our mind to strengthen our emotions and how to go about it a better way, not to let our emotions control our mind. Because if that was the case, we will be very animalistic. So this is where the saying, like I said, a human can teach a dog, but a dog cannot teach a human, because dogs or any animal hasn't developed the higher intellect and morality as a human. Only humans can do that to an animal. So, yeah. But an angel is somebody with higher knowledge and trying to help humanity. A demon is somebody who's just stuck in the desires, emotional comfort, and doesn't care about anything else besides themselves. And this is why we're stuck in the stimuli. We're not, people are just too lazy to go for knowledge and not help the cause. So we have a lot of lost, indoctrinated people who's, just barbaric, and, they only care about having fun and they don't go for knowledge. That's just the majority of humans. This is why we're stuck in the stimuli. This physical, dense, fleshly stimuli, the body, the physical. So angels is going within, becoming lighter, not getting lost in the flesh, in the desires. So when you desire something, that becomes dense, your emotions. It becomes part of your emotions, it becomes dense. And that's what shapes up your reality. So that's how your emotions revolves around that realm of reality of trying to make your emotions stable. But the thing is, every time you keep chasing after that desire or any desire, you will never get satisfied. You'll keep chasing and chasing until you notice that these things will not make you happy or truly have equilibrium within your spirit. Because the spirit is no thing, it's no shape or form. It doesn't like to be stuck in one feeling or, just a mental space, because it's always evolving. The spirit is always evolving and expanding. It doesn't like to get stuck in one aspect. So once you get tired of something, you're always going to move on to something. That's what the spirit is always doing. And it's always expanding. So it doesn't matter how much things you desire, you will always get tired of it, no matter how much you try to do it. Even if it's not in this lifetime, in the next lifetime, you will get tired of doing it, and you will try to desire something different, and then you will eventually get tired of that. So it's all about detaching and and realizing these things will not make you happy and truly have equilibrium within your society. This is what everybody needs to learn, aka higher knowledge and wisdom, and truly being connected to God. So angels and demons are just words to encapsulate a certain energetic frequency to define what morality is. So it's deeper than that. But I guess I'm going to leave it at that. See ya.